the thing about love about Manhattan is there's a lot of coffee shops. You don't run out of coffee shops. Stuff and you get more content for stuff. So it's all everything's like interconnected. And let's try to keep like the values of speed, craziness, and consistency. I love the speed, like the consulting. The board wouldn't be just investors. The board. Welcome to the channel. My name's Noah. I'm 24 years old. I was born in Ethiopia, and then I was an international student in Germany. I did my undergrad in industrial engineering. It was to work as a consultant, and I quit that job and moved to NYC to start my company and also for grad school. So currently this is my last semester in grad school, but then I've been running GenAIx. So I've been building this AI company, AI education and consulting company here in NYC, and I'll be building I'll be building it in public. So the idea is, you know, how is it building a company here in NYC, what the experience is. So this video will show you a day in a life. Today's a Monday, and I'll show you what a Monday would look like of building an AI startup here in NYC. Currently I'm heading to the gym. Almost 5th year of going to the gym. At this point I'm currently addicted to the gym, and my days could not start without going at the gym. Yeah, the gym, I feel like it's super helpful. It's not just physical at this point, it's also mentally, you know, refreshing. Without the gym, you know, it helps you like manage stress. If you're an entrepreneur, it's one of the best things you can do, and skipping it is not an option at this point in time. So yeah, I do it like every day right now. I come here every day, but I keep it light. You know, most of my workouts are like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm already in and out. Yeah, they start at the gym. But how it all started was when I was younger, I wanted to be a pilot, but then that was like, if you asked me when I was like super small, I would have said a pilot, because my dad used to work at the airlines. I loved the idea of like flying, going to different countries, but at the same time I was that kid who, you know, broke up toys and then, you know, try to create something. Loved the idea of like inventions, or like, you know, small experiments where, you know, take out the wires, the dynamos, you connect it with like a battery, and then you try to, you know, create something new, or make like the thing rotate, made like a fake plane and everything. But yeah, so that's how I used to enjoy my time, was mostly just breaking up toys, trying to create something. Or when me and my younger brother, when we used to play, it was more of like, we're like, oh, these are the cars, oh, here's the building, that's like your office and all, you know, like back then we didn't understand the whole idea of like the whole business, but that was like the idea-ish. So yeah, after that, when I was 16, 17, I understood that being a pilot is not fun, you know. It's just basically just driving the plane, sitting there. You won't have time with your family, you're not enjoying the destinations you're going to, just in and out of like hotels. So I didn't want that, like, and I started researching careers, and the best way is if you want flying, traveling, it's like, it's better to own the plane, you know, and that thing that will allow you is starting businesses. So I just decided there and there, like 16, I was like, okay, this is a dream life I want to build businesses internationally. And the first step was, so I was born in Ethiopia, right? And I growing up there, we grew up like in a middle class in Ethiopia, like middle class family. We weren't that rich and all, but I didn't think through it. I read this book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's one of the books I actually read properly. That's the first book I actually read, and it really helped like shape my mindset. So yeah, so the first thing is, instead of like the how, just focus on the what. And I just wrote down what I wanted at 16. I didn't care about like the how or how I would get there. So yeah, it all started with that. And then after that, once you focus on that, you can start breaking it down. So I broke it down into like, okay, first step would be apply to universities in the US or in Europe. I applied to like 30 universities. Like, so my senior year of college, it was just applications. The whole year it was just applying. Yeah, and my whole Common Up essay was basically talking about how I would build like businesses that could affect the world, blah 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 blah. So I was rejected to a lot of universities, but then I just kept on applying. And like on the book thinking grow rich, like the thing starts with like the idea of like persistence. So the way that book is structured is if you want to achieve anything, first you need a thought. Like that's like the thought is the first step, and that thought is something that actually turns into like reality. But then for that thought to turn into reality, you need like a lot of persistence in it, and that's what like the book was talking about. And this is something like I apply until now. Persistence is a super important key. So I applied to like almost 30, but then we reached 30 because like there were rejections in between. We just kept on applying until we got like the right offer. Like because my parents couldn't pay like a lot of tuition. Some schools accepted me, but then it was like the tuition was horrible. So you still had to find that perfect tuition college, and ended up being in Germany. And I love the idea because in Germany everything is 3 years. Engineering in 3 years is like a dream, and then at the same time you can definitely travel because it's Europe, it's cheaper, it's smaller. And that was the experience when there did industrial engineering. So how the language was different. People did not speak English there, so it was super fun experience with my friends. And the whole point of doing industrial engineering was I wanted to learn something that can help me build a business. And doing business administration was boring unless you want to be an accountant or in finance. It's not, you won't learn how to run a business. Learning business, it's not the right thing. But industrial engineering was more like practical. So he's using maths and like Python or a little bit of AI now, right? So they had the idea of, back then it was just like machine learning, but the whole idea is like how do you make processes efficient? How do you make like supply chains efficient? At the same time, you learn about like finance, account, anything you learn in business, you learn. But then you use maths, and it becomes like more advanced. So you use maths, you think about like corporations, you think about scaling. You learn Excel, Python. That was good. I feel like that really helps. If you think about running a business, industrial engineering is the key. Yeah, I did that, and then same thing applied. You had to apply for internships, and if you don't do an internship, you don't graduate. That was like the thing you were told. So use the same persistence key thing to apply to I don't know how much. I was applying for like 9 months straight to get an internship at Mercedes-Benz. You can find the video of what the day in a life was like there. But yeah, found an internship, Mercedes-Benz. It was mostly focused on finance and consulting. They called it in-house consulting. But that's how I kind of got into this world of consulting, and got an idea of like how corporates work, meetings work, how team structures work. That gave me an idea of that. And my first internship, it was in COVID. It was during COVID, so it was one day in the office. The other days it was home office. So I was in Europe. I was basically traveling all the time. So I tried to travel. I almost traveled Western Europe. Just covered everything. While working, which is the best thing. So now I'm used to working remote. That's the only way. I don't like the idea of like going to the office every day. I cannot do that at all. So yeah, even now I work in different cafes in Lower Manhattan. Like I try to change up the locations every day instead of just like working in one spot. Yeah, but then the whole idea of like how it started is after I got a full-time offer to work at Mercedes-Benz as a consultant in Germany, but then that's not what I wanted. The whole dream was to grow a business. So moved to NYC, quit the job, and started grad school here. In the grad school, I chose finance because that's something that can help you run. If the company goes public, you still need to understand financial statements, how public companies work. If you need to do like M&As, stuff like that, like share price, just understanding that really helped. So this is like my last semester for that program. And yeah, last summer I saw how AI was booming, and what I always wanted to do was help companies improve from like this industrial engineering perspective, make processes better, and AI is like the best way to do it. That's how we started with GenAIx Consulting. Now this is my 9th month working on. Okay, made it. So I have 4 minutes before the meeting starts. Yeah, there's this habit I have which I don't like. I'm joining a few minutes late on the meetings, and as being Ethiopian and the culture, we're a bit late to stuff. I'm definitely working on that, but yeah, definitely. So let's get straight to the first meeting of the day. We made it to the meeting. It's 10:02 and we're in my computer. It's cracked a bit. Yes, but it does its job. I do love the surfaces, and it's kind of doing its thing for now. But yeah, let's join the meeting. This is the first meeting for the day. And yes, this is the AI consultants. Mondays I have around 5 meetings. They're all internal. So Mondays and Tuesdays we only do internal meetings with the team, and Wednesdays and Thursdays are interviews. But then we still have like meetings. But then Fridays are the no meeting days for me. That's when like I try to reflect back over the week and also plan ahead for the next week, trying to see like go over the calendar and then trying to see what major decisions did we execute on them, what should we do. Like Friday is more about like just execution, no meetings. It's like it gives you like this free state or free zone of like, you know, where you can think of ideas and you can try out different things, because you know, just being a CEO, it's a lot of meetings, like just meetings, internal, external. You meet like at least 10 people per day, and then that kind of like, you know, doesn't give you space to think and also execute on things you want to do. And having that Friday has been like a game changer. But yeah, what's our company? Our company is called GenAIx. You can visit us at genaix.org. What we do is we help companies implement AI. So we have AI engineers. They help companies implement AI into their processes. But at the same time, we're building this education platform where people can learn about using different AI tools. For example, AI tools in finance, AI tools in healthcare, AI tools in different industries. That way people can apply the different new tools out there that are coming out every day in their jobs. So today's calendar is looking like it all started with the AI consulting meeting, and then we just got done with it. Now the next one is team meeting, and then we have a chill meeting. So team meeting, I go over like the vision, you know, what important changes, important announcements over the past week, what are we focusing on this week. But then we try to iterate like what the vision is, so that, you know, everyone stays aligned. As a startup, we have new people joining every week, so, you know, we have to go over the vision, we have to go over the story, which is super important. I believe as a startup, like going over it every week, going over the team structure, new people introduce themselves. And we have the chill meeting. Chill meeting is something we kind of created. It's a Zoom breakout room. So normally we have all of our meetings on Teams, but our Teams doesn't support breakout rooms yet. We have like the free version. So what the chill meeting is, randomly every 5 minutes, breakout rooms with someone randomly, and you're not allowed to talk about work. The whole point is to socialize and meet people, right? So yeah, we've been doing this for the past 9 months. It's been good. Some people show up on the chill meetings, so everyone on the team meetings doesn't show up on the chill meetings, so we still have to kind of improve it, give like an incentive for people to kind of show up on these chill meetings. But they've been good. Like, you learn about people other than work, right? Like, what do they love, what are they as a person? This really helps create connections. Then yeah, after that we have the weekly sales call. This is the sales team, but now we're trying to transition more into marketing. We try to focus more on, like, you know, marketing, education and giving value, but then at the same time you do need a sales team. Our services, our AI consulting services, are, you know, they're for companies, so we still need a sales team to sell our services and our AI products, which are, you know, B2B focused. But then at the same time we're trying to focus more on marketing, giving value through the education platform, through our YouTube vlogs, and also even the AI podcast we have every week, the weekly podcast we have. And yeah, after that I have a one-on-one with Jaime, who's the head of AI consulting, and then a one-on-one with Matt, who's the head of sales, and then a platform dev meeting. This is mostly on the education platform, and then a marketing meeting. The day ends on a marketing meeting. So I will try to grab breakfast and post that short on Instagram, and then in 20 minutes I'll be back for the team meeting. So finally made it here, setting up for the team meeting. This is what the view looks like. Yeah, so getting ready for the team meeting. Currently at Whole Foods at Bryant Park. This is one of my favorite places to work with because look at this amazing killer views. Normally today it's just cloudy, but then it's an amazing view. So I mostly work in between Starbucks, Whole Foods, Pret, or maybe Panera. The thing I love about Manhattan is there's a lot of coffee shops. You don't run out of coffee shops. So trying to change it, I'm Joe and the Juice, of course. That's one of my favorite places. They have good music in there. But if you're trying to have meetings, Whole Foods, and if you're speaking a lot on those meetings, Whole Foods is the best place because they don't have background music a lot, as you guys can hear. Joe and the Juice, it would be more like for if you want to work on a website or you want to design something, because there's very loud music in there. But yeah, this is how I do most of my meetings. So I have like 20 minutes to go over the slides. So normally I went over them yesterday. Sundays, that's why I'm not panicking. On Mondays is where I kind of prep up for Mondays and the whole week. I go over like the team slide, what am I saying, what type of meetings am I having this week, just to mentally prepare for it. That way it kind of avoids this Monday stress and hating Monday and having a heart attack. So I definitely try out this reflection Sunday things where you just kind of reflect on the last week, but then also prep up for the next week. Just mentally see, okay, this time we are having this meeting, so I should be doing this, kind of like planning ahead. That really helps a lot. So yeah, and now it's 15 minutes left. I just grabbed breakfast. I'm addicted to croissants. Living in Germany, croissants I've been getting them every day, and now ever since I have an addiction for croissants. That's one of my favorite things, literally. Even better than coffee for me. I don't drink coffee, but I have to get croissants. That's how I literally start my day. Yeah, let's get back to working on the slides and we'll go over the team meeting. Good morning. Hi Jaime. Hi Maxwell. Joanne. Everyone's like afraid to lose their jobs because of AI. What we can do to help them is educate them. Like this is something that they give value at the same time, but then it's a way for us to introduce our company to them, like what we do, like what AI is. And the more they learn, the more they understand AI, the more that they can use our services to have like you can't play around with them like ChatGPT. You have to like request a demo, you fill out a form, and then someone from the company kind of like contacts you, and then you can try out most of the tools. So like trying to find a tool was like the hardest thing in creating the whole part of the video. But then I found this tool called Julius AI, specifically for finance. It was free. Like so I tried to explain it to people compared to everyone making those videos on YouTube, because there's a lot of like courses on AI, but then people making them, they do not know anything about AI. And these days people can tell if you don't know about AI, right? Like people understand it. Like it's not like the old days where marketing kind of fools people. At this day and age, marketing needs to be like authentic. It's more of like creating this connection with people. And then you guys just explain like a simple thing, but the way you explain it, like it's like those small like language you use, like it's more like you could be like doing something like basic for you that might seem basic for you, but for some other people they can tell that you know about AI. And that kind of is like marketing for people, right? It's like it'll tell them on our platform we can teach people how people can better use the tool. That way it'll be easier to create like big partnerships with big AI tool makers, and then that way like this will also help us like stand out from like all AI startups, and also like generate more revenue, generate more like services. Three meetings. So we had the team meeting done, the consulting team meeting done, and also the sales meeting done. So now taking a little lunch break, and then we'll go back to the one-on-ones, the product dev meeting, and the marketing meeting. And I was going through my emails, and I got this email from my school. I was sorting out tuition. So I'm in grad school. This is my last semester of grad school, and I've been trying to sort out the tuition for it and rent in NYC, but then it was good news. So we're sorting out the last semester tuition soon, which is going in great direction. But yeah, I've been working on full-time at GenAIx now for the past 9 months, and sorting out with tuition and rent has been a little bit tricky in NYC, but we're almost there. Like graduation is in like 2 months, 2 months and 20 days ish.
So we're almost done. No more school, right? This was masters. Not doing a PhD or any more masters after this. The whole idea is to go all in into GenAIx after graduation. So I'll be doing OPT after graduation. When you're an international student, you're on F1, right? After that will be OPT. You have like a year of OPT, and the plan is after I already applied for OPT, and then after OPT, the goal is to transition to an O visa. So if you're a startup founder, and you have like if you qualify for some eligibilities, you can apply for an O visa. Most startup founders I know they're on an O visa, and the goal is to apply for the O visa like 6 months, midway through OPT. Yeah, normally lunchtime, grab lunch, and then I have a little call with my fam. So my parents are living in Ethiopia, but we still FaceTime almost every day. Still catch up for like at least 10, 15 minutes, talk about the day, how they're doing, how's everything going. And they've been so supportive on the startup journey, and I feel like they've been through with the journey with me throughout this startup journey. So I'm grateful for them to be that supportive and to actually understand, even though AI is like a super new topic, they're fully supporting it. Every day we talk about details about the startup and everything. I feel like they're part of the journey, which is so great. Something I'm so grateful for my parents for doing that. But yeah, so yeah, heading back to the calls. So yeah, let's finish off those meetings. And yeah, this is basically what a day in the life looks like, being a CEO. It's a couple of meetings, and you're trying to fit in work in between those meetings. Uh, but then it's all about like working with people, motivating the team, setting the vision, and then trying to come up with a deal that's helpful for everyone, that gets everyone excited and motivated. Yeah, we didn't raise funds for GenAIx yet, so until now it has been bootstrapped. We're literally focused on growing the brand, growing the team, creating a product. But then the good part about GenAIx is that it's equity. So our employees, everyone has equity in the company. So there's a lot of people that own the company internally, not investors. Co-founders, like the head of sales, head of consulting, or our AI consultants. They all have equity in the company, and they're literally the owners of the company. So even though we get investors in, our plan is not to get too many investors. So that they wouldn't just dilute it, so the company internally is owned by us, like GenAIx, like our team, and that's amazing. So if you are planning on starting a company and you don't have funding, you can offer equity. If you have the vision for it, and you can, people believe in the vision, the people could work with you for equity for now, but then you guys can generate income together. So that's what we did for the past 9 months. We're basically we offer the company equity, and we're all building this company together as a team, and then everyone owns the company. And once we get more investors, as the share prices rise, as we get revenue, everything just becomes more easier. But then the good part is we still have a say on how things go in our company. It wouldn't be like the board wouldn't be just investors. The board would be GenAIx team, right? Like we have like a seat on the table. So that's amazing, and that's what we're trying to keep and hold and do. But yeah.
Done with the last meeting for the day. So I'll just go over after this, and I'll go over the edit. I'll just go edit this video later on. Normally, like after I'm done with my meetings for the day, After 6, I go to a lot of founder investor events where I go meet fellow founders, other CEOs, some investors. Other than that, I'm still in grad school, and most of my grad school, my classes start after 6. So 3 times a week, I'm probably at school, right? Between 6 and 9 is like when I have school. But this is my last semester, so I'm super pumped that I'll be done with that and no more assignments, no more midterms, no more finals. Looking forward for it. 2 months left, but yeah, until then, like that's what my evenings look like. It's either school or just more work. So yeah, I'm just taking a quick walk up Bryant Park right now, trying to get some fresh air, trying to get some walks in. And then yeah, after a little quick walk and after grabbing a cookie, which I'm addicted to, a chocolate chip cookie, we go back to work and we go edit this video for today. Other days we'll probably go over the emails, go over the LinkedIn messages, post the jobs, post positions. Currently we're not like making a lot of revenue at all, but then what we do is it's other equity-based positions. So either way, there's a lot of applicants to go through. We post positions every day and we're still growing the team. But thank you all for watching. This was what a realistic day in the life is as CEO. And then it always changes. Like 3 months ago, it was different. Next 3 months, who knows how my day in the life would look like. But for now, this is how it looks like. Thanks for tuning in. And if you watched this video till the end, subscribe, as I'll be posting more